Hello everyone, Barb here. Sometimes we make a card where we're playing with new goodies, and I believe I videotaped this card. If I did, I'll link it down below. I just wanted to play with some new things that I had gotten. And so here's a card. It's for my friend Diane. It's a little tardy, but I think she'll understand. But here's this card. And I do not have an envelope this big. I believe this card measures 5.5 by 7 3/4. And I do not have a regular envelope that card will fit in. So that's when we bring in our We Are Memory Keepers. I have the 1, 2, 3 punch board. I do believe there is an envelope punch board specific. This does a couple of other things. And I like that it has this extra long track when I am making envelopes. The first thing you're going to do is, of course, measure your card, and then you go through and you look where it says card size. I am going to use the 5.5 by 8.5 card size. Even though it's a little big, it's better to be a little big than too small. So I think I'm to cut the paper at 11, and it says 11 1/8. You know what? I have a piece of 12 by 12 paper here, and this is left over from my stash from, I would imagine, 20 years ago. Easy that it could be that long. I'm just going to go 11 1/4. I'm not going to try to do the 1/8. So I will be right back. Okay, thank you for waiting. 11 1/4 by 11 1/4, that's what I'm going to go with, and it'll be just fine. I need to score the first punch at 4.5. So then we go over here to this guide here, and we find 4.5, and we're going to butt our paper up against that rail, bring this edge over to the 4.5 mark, and I have my little score tool that sticks in the side. We're going to do a punch and score. Then all you do from there is you line up your score line with this groove, and you punch and you score. Punch, score, and see, this is where it's handy that that's extra long. Punch, score. Now, if I want to be fancy with it, I can take one of the guys here and I can give it a little round. Don't have to do that, but I like to do that. I'm going to stick my stylus back in there, or I don't know what you call it, bone folder maybe, and then that's it. We're done with this. So now we start folding, and I can tell this is going to be too long, and we will take care of that. I'm just folding everything over. I like to do the sides and then leave this back flap for later. And I'm going to want to, I like to put my two little sides in first, and you can do a little bit of a mark here with your pencil. And I'm going to just go and cut that off. I'll be back. And there we are. Then I like to take some, I like to use score tape, but you can use glue if you want, if you have patience and time to let that sit. But I'm going to put this right along the edge. And even though I can rip this tape, I like to give it a little snip so that that edge is nice and straight. Then we do want to put some at the top here too. I haven't made an envelope in a while. I have to sit and think. That's what happens when we don't get out our goodies. Okay. So here we'll peel off the backer and fold that up just like that. And that makes our envelope. And let's do a quick test. Wouldn't that be sad if it doesn't fit? Oh, it fits beautifully. It's a little bit long, but it will be just fine. This is being hand delivered, so I'm not going to worry too much about whether or not it's a little bulky. And it's not too bad. And then that seals it shut. And that's it. A nice little envelope. I used up a piece of pattern paper from my stash and made a custom envelope for my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed crafty day, and I'll see you next time.